Hey guys, so I am walking home from the bank and I got to thinking about abundance. So thank you guys for showing up on the rebroadcast. And thank you guys for sharing and clicking on the screen and sending me some love for abundance. So I'm really excited to talk about this today because like I said, I was going to the bank and got to thinking about prosperity and deserving and like feeling like we deserve to have money and to have things and happiness and time. So I wanted to talk to you about that today. So thank you guys for getting on live. It means the world to me. Good morning, good morning. Who's this? Lauren. Oh, hey. You guys are cool. So, swipe right, swipe up, hit share if you want to share this with your people. And feel free to tap on the screen to send some love and abundance to everybody else on this scope this morning. Good morning. So, abundance, prosperity, and the feeling of deserving. A lot of us have grown up in families with parents or other family members who constantly spoke about debt, constantly spoke about lack, constantly spoke about not being able to afford things, etc. And whether we want it or not, that sort of thinking seeps into our consciousness and becomes our beliefs. So as we grow older, it becomes part of something that we create for ourselves. But now as adults, it's time for us to realize that those fears and those doubts and that lack mentality, it doesn't have to be for us. That's how our parents lived, that's how our families maybe lived, that's their beliefs, but it doesn't have to be our beliefs. So I really want to stress that today because I talk to too many people who don't believe they deserve abundance, who don't believe they deserve a life that makes them feel happy and prosperous. And I talk to way too many people who don't believe in themselves and don't love themselves enough to accept abundance. Wise words, thank you, my dear. And actually, I don't get all of this stuff on my own. My name is Laura Verbich. I'm a lifestyle health and wellness coach, and I help people learn to love themselves. And I do a lot of reading and a lot of research. My favorite person to listen to when talking about self-love and abundance is Louise Hay. I just finished listening to a YouTube video that I listen to periodically that talks about deserving abundance and all of that beautiful stuff. And it really got me inspired because, like I said, I talk to too many people who don't believe they deserve abundance and they don't believe they deserve money or a career that's fulfilling, etc., etc. And a lot of the times, maybe we don't even think that it's like a belief that we have that we don't deserve it. And we just think that's the way life is. Like, oh, I'm always supposed to struggle to make an income, or, my job is supposed to be hard, or, the economy is really bad, so that's why I lost my job, or that's why I can't find a job, or, I can't afford this because that's just the way it is. And I want to really, really emphasize that that's not the truth. The truth of the matter is, any feeling that you have of undeserving is just a thought. And just like a thought can easily go from something good to feeling bad all of a sudden, you can take a negative thought and decide and make a choice to turn it into a positive one. And it's really that easy. I'm not saying that the whole process is going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to take 5 minutes for you to go from lack thinking to prosperity thinking, but I'm saying that it's as easy as every day choosing to think and feel good. So the best way that I can explain this and how I personally do it is I pay attention to how I feel. So when a subject comes up, for example, when I went to the bank and, I took out the amount of money that I needed to take out, and, I saw my account balance. At this point, I have more prosperity than I've ever had, which is amazing because I've definitely changed my mindset and I believe that I deserve it. The old Laura would look in that account balance and say, that's not enough. what if that goes away, and have fear. But what I changed in my mind to get to the point of looking at my account balance and thinking, thank you, this is so abundant, and my bank account grows more and more every day, was the conscious effort to say that. So instead of looking at your account balance, or every time you pay for something with a card or with cash, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, that's so expensive, or I don't think I can afford this, every time you whip out that card or that money, think there's way more where that came from. Thank you, universe, for allowing me to pay for this. Thank you for always increasing my income. That's my favorite one. My income is always increasing. Every time I pull out my wallet, I make sure to do a positive money affirmation. My favorite is my income is always increasing. Another one of my favorites is there's more where that came from. Those are the two that I repeat to myself over and over and over again, because it is truly a mindset change. You guys are agreeing with me? Cool. So in my business, I'm a health and wellness coach, like I said. So I help people with their fitness and their self-love, but I also help people build businesses. And I'm definitely not married. I could be. I don't see why I wouldn't be, but I'm not. So in my business, I talk to a lot of people, and most of the people that I speak to have a prosperity problem because of their mindset. And a lot of the people on my team want to create an abundant life and want to create an abundant business. And this can apply to any kind of business, any kind of job. But you want to achieve that. You want to grow that. But you don't do any of the internal work to ensure that you feel like you deserve to receive. And that's the difference. When you work because of fear, or when you work and you don't believe in yourself, then how can you ever expect to receive any more than you think that you deserve? How can you expect to receive the abundance, the customers, the money, the income, the house, the travel, the life of your dreams, when deep down inside of yourself, you're thinking, I do not deserve this, right? I do not deserve this. So I tell my people, my clients, my team, you guys, to do the work, to start loving yourself. And if you guys, this is your first time on my Periscope, you can catch all of my replays where I talk about how to do the work at catch, KATCH.me, catch.me/gorgeous S sleep. So if someone can write that down in the chat box so you guys can take a screenshot, KATCH.me/gorgeous S sleep. So it's gorgeous sleep with 3 S's in it. You can catch all of my replays where I speak exactly about step by step how you can grow your belief in yourself, and KATCH, but thank you, how you can grow your belief. And one of the biggest things, again, is my affirmations. So every time I whip out my card or my money, I say, it's K, but thank you. I say, there's more where that came from, and my income is always increasing. Those are my 2 favorites. My income is always increasing, and there's more where that came from. Every time I go to work my business, and my business involves finding and attracting like-minded people that I help, I think there's an abundance of people in this world who need and want my help. And I am attracting the right people to me. Other prosperity thinking could be, I have time, all the time in the world today to do everything I need to do. A lot of lack mentality comes with time. We think that we're always hard-pressed for time. We don't have enough time to do what we want to do, what we have to do. So that can be a lack of time. You know, abundance doesn't necessarily just mean money. So I have all the time today to do everything I need and want to do. Because it isn't just about doing what you need to do. It's about doing what you want to do. Changing your words, changing them from a negative to a positive. So anything that you're complaining about, turn it into an affirmation. Anything that you're upset about in your life, or that you feel that you'd like to change, turn it into a positive affirmation, and go from having a negative connotation to what you don't have to a positive affirmation about what you want. Because the only reason why you're continuing to have a lack in that area is because you're telling yourself you have a lack in that area, and you've stopped believing that you can create abundance in that area. And an affirmation, guys, an affirmation is anything that you think or say, anything and everything. So the more and more you repeat an affirmation, the more and more it becomes true in your experience, which is why we have such bad experiences sometimes, and they repeat themselves. Bad relationships, debt, credit card debt, bad apartments, bad roommates, because we keep expressing the thing that we don't want. So why don't we try and change that? It hasn't been working for us. So why don't we try and change it into something positive that we do want to create in our life? Are you guys agreeing with me? Are you like totally on like fire thinking about this? I hope so. And then one last thing I want to say that I totally lost my train of thought about what I wanted to say. How do you explain this to someone who doesn't believe in the law of attraction? You don't. Trust me. I've tried to explain this to many people who don't believe in the law of attraction, who don't believe in the power of your mind, and it just frustrates the hell out of me to try and make someone believe in something that they don't believe in. So just don't even try. Just live your life by example and hope that the example is enough sometimes. Yes. Okay, so listening to positive affirmations while you sleep, that's amazing. You can just Google Louise Hay night meditation and listen to that. It's my favorite one. I listen to it every night before I go to bed as well. It's wonderful. You know, people who don't believe in this stuff and don't believe in creating their own lives and the law of attraction, you might want to share your thoughts, but I think it just brings you down. It brings me down when I try and talk to someone who doesn't believe in it. It just makes me feel really bad, and it makes me doubt myself. So just talk to the people in your life, or find new people who believe in this stuff, so you can live it out together. And then by your example, people are going to say, oh my goodness, she made everything that she wanted to happen. She created her life. So, oh my goodness, who's this? Yeah, my boyfriend's the same way. And I love him, but he has his mindset totally wrong. And I'm living proof that abundance mindset works, that the law of attraction's real. Everything I say, I get. Everything I believe, I get. Every prosperity thinking that I think, I get. My income is always increasing. I'm super abundant. And, you know, it's definitely something that we want to help other people with, but just live and breathe the example. And I think that is what we can do to help other people the most. Somebody asked if it's Landmark. I didn't go to Landmark, but I wanted to. Hey, I'm on Periscope. Yeah, it's okay. I'll come in. Thank you. May you be blessed as well. I appreciate the love, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining me this Saturday morning. It means a lot to me. I wanted to share my ideas and share my heart with you. Thanks for accompanying me on the walk home. And I'm home now, so I'm going to let you go. But have an amazing Saturday. Even if you believe it intellectually, you have to change your subconscious, which is a massive undertaking. Yeah, well, you know, you don't have to change in a day. Like, too many of us think, oh my gosh, I need to change my mindset. And like, you go crazy thinking about having to change it in one day. Stop thinking that way. You have time to change your mind. And if you work at it every single day, you can change your life and you can heal your life. And by you changing and healing your own life, you're going to inspire a heck of a lot of people to do the same thing. So live in belief and live in the possibility and live with arms wide open and welcome in the abundance of the universe and welcome in beautiful, inspiring people and experiences and income and time. And over time, the more you open your arms and the more you believe the easier it's going to get. And then you're going to be the one on Periscope telling people this stuff. And you're going to be the one who's in your circle of friends and in your family who they're going to say, oh my goodness, she gets everything she wants. I must listen to her, right? Or him. Okay, I love you. Happy Saturday. Blessings to you. Please add me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram for more of my daily stuff. All of my information is in my Periscope profile. Whoa. So go ahead and check it out. And I love you all so much. Thank you guys for getting on, all my teammates and all my regulars and all my newbies, everybody who's new here with me on Periscope. Many blessings to you, abundance to you today and for all